Hey guys, welcome to another recap video. In this, we're going to recap on I'm a super rich man. So, it's reasonable for me to be a SCUMBAG help SU Juan out of trouble and gain SU Juan's willingness to sign a contract. You will receive a special reward after completing the mission. MC thinks to himself, while looking at the system interface, get SU Juan's willingness to sign a contract? But words are not enough. I have to make Su Juan believe that I have the financial strength. MC says, I heard there are some conditions for buying your LaFerrari. The sales associate says to MC, yes. LaFerrari is a limited edition SAR model in our store. You need to verify your capital to purchase it. And there is also a prerequisite. You must own 5 models of our brand and become an old customer before you are eligible to purchase it. MC smiles sadly and says, does that mean I'm not eligible to buy it? Then the sales associate says, after thinking for some time, if you really want to buy this LaFerrari, it is not impossible. The MC says to sales associate, how do you say that? Then the sales associate says to MC that because the ordering process is so long, some orders may not be delivered as scheduled, so some of them can be replaced. However, the down payment will be higher than for regular orders. I wonder if this is acceptable to you. And MC says with joys on his face, so that's how it is. As long as it can be sold, I will pay the full price. The sales associate shockingly says, full price? Then the sales associate thinks to herself, does he know how much the SAR costs? Then we see an angry old man grinding his teeth and thinking, whose young master is this? He is so arrogant. I want to see if it is true or false. Then we see a beautiful woman looks at our MC and thinks a boss like CEO Huang would have to think twice before buying a SAR worth $3 million. But he actually wanted to pay full price for the top of the line LaFerrari. The sales associate questioningly says this gentleman, a bare SAR and customized LaFerrari will cost $42.50 million. Then MC give a knowing smile to sales associate and says, I know, I can accept it. The sales associate shockingly says, please wait here for a moment. I'll go get our manager. Then sales associate brings the manager and says while sweating, manager, this is the gentleman. The man standing behind the manager says, I heard someone wanted to buy a LaFerrari in full. So I came over to take a look. I didn't expect it to be you, brother Jiang. We meet again. MC smiles and says that I was a little uncomfortable driving without a CR when I first arrived in Shanghai, so I just thought I'd casually buy one and says Ronk while sweating just. That's the Epsilon Rho Iota Tomocron Mu Epsilon of HUMBLE. Then the manager asks Chin, so this is young Master Chin's friend? Then Chin says to the manager, I just met brother Jiang Cheng yesterday. Look at the watch on his wrist. It sold for $18 million at the auction yesterday. Old Juan, you're lucky. A big order has come in. The manager thinks to himself this gentleman is so rich. Then the manager says to MC, hello, young Master Jiang. Thank you very much for choosing our brand. Capital verification is just one of our procedures. But if you can buy a watch worth more than $10 million, buying a car will naturally have no problem. I will help you register now. The woman looks at our MC while keeping her hand on her chest, thinks she spent over $10 million to buy a watch and over $50 million to buy a SAR. This should be the richest second-generation rich I have ever seen. The average second-generation rich has a monthly allowance of at most a few $100,000, and $1 million is rare. His net worth may be in the tens of millions. Then young Master Chin thinks to himself, young Master Jiang's net worth must have already exceeded $100 million. And oh, even more. Then the old man says to women named Xiao Wanwan, Xiao Wanwan, stop looking. I'm suddenly not in the mood to buy a car. Come on, go have a drink with me. As long as you make Mu Epsilon happy, investing won't be a problem. Then Xiao Wanwan says to the old man CEO Huang, I really have to go back to the company for a meeting later. Then the old man storms off while says SU Juan, I'm speaking to you in a gentle tone, but you're still wasting time with me. I'm telling you, either clean up and wait for me, or wait to be frozen out. Were you pretending to be? You're not a person of your status, yet you're pretending to be noble. Think about it for yourself. Then Xiao Wanwan can says, Boss Wang, you. Then MC calls Xiao Wanwan as Miss Su, and then Xiao Wanwan turns back and looks at our MC. MC says to Miss Su, now, we are going to call Xiao Wanwan as Miss Su Miss SU Wan. My name is Jiang Cheng. I just heard that the talks between you and your investor broke down, but don't worry, if he doesn't invest, I will. Then Miss Su shockingly says to MCU, you said investing? Is that true? Then Miss Su thinks to herself this person is far more financially capable than CEO Huang. And with CEO Huang no longer investing, it'll be hard to explain to the company. But I really can't bring myself to sleep with him. And refusing CEO Huang this time might genuinely lead to me being blacklisted by the company. Then MC says to Miss Su, but I have something else to do today, so I'll talk to you about the specific investment matters tomorrow. Then Miss Su enthusiastically says, young Master Jiang, I'll wait for your news. Is it convenient for you to add me on WeChat? Then MC hands her the QR code, and Miss Su scans the code. Then Miss Su says, okay, young Master Jiang, see you tomorrow. Then MC asks the manager, by the way, when can I pick up my CR? The manager keeps his hand in his pocket while saying the fastest it will take is about a year. MC sadly says so long. Then young Master Chin says to MC while putting his hand around his shoulder, there's a CR show on the Bund in a couple of days. They'll have everything from Lamborghini to Kirin and promoters. You can pick up the cars on site. Would you like to go and have a look? MC says, okay, and MC leaves the showroom and arrives at Rena Hotel there. He meets XXO the Xiao Xiao, says to MC while raising her hand, Jiang Cheng here. Here. Then Xiao Xiao says to MC while catching his hand, the crab roe rice here is unique. You must try it. There are also the fish slices and fermented rice wine, roast duck slices with green onions and fish head, and shredded bean curd sheets. MC hugs her from behind and says, but I just want to eat you. And then Xiao Xiao looks at MC with a smile and says, good brother, I was so exhausted last night. Please let me rest for a few more hours. MC says to Xiao Xiao, still hugging her, it's not impossible. But you have to give me a nicer name. Then she calls MC as husband while kissing his cheek. She happily says, you're so nice. That MC asks her, by the way, do you know SU1? She replies to MC saying, SU1? She's an artist in our company. What's wrong? She sadly says, Jiang Cheng, you like SU1, right? MC bluntly says, can't say I like her. It was just a chance encounter. What's your assessment of her potential? She replies, saying, although the company doesn't pay enough attention to her now, she has good conditions and development potential. Jiang Cheng, if you like her, I can help you. As for me, you can always contact me if you need anything. I have no objection to other matters. MC looks at Xiao Xiao and patting her head, says, silly girl, don't worry. And no matter if you're my woman or someone else, I will treat you well. Understand? Then she replied, raising her hand, Are you going to invest in her now? MC, keeping a hand on her back, says, yes, I want to sign her and invest in her. She says that SU1's contract hasn't expired. If we sign her, we'd likely have to pay her breach of contract fees, estimated to be several million. On top of that, signing her would require establishing a new company. MC says to her that XIO, don't worry about the funds. After the company is established, I will leave it to you to run it. I won't take care of anything else. I can also give you some shares. MC thinks to himself, the funding system for establishing the company will be in place. As long as Su Wan is given the right resources, she'll be a huge hit in 2 years. By then, she'll also bring me a considerable operating profit. Xiao Xiao says to MC Jiang Cheng, this won't work. Even if the company is established, I'll only be responsible for operations and management. I absolutely cannot take any shares. At worst, you can just give me a high salary. She thinks to herself, although I know Jiang Cheng is not short of money, but by helping him manage the company, I have been promoted from a department manager to a company manager. and my say is no longer on the same level. Just this point makes me very satisfied. As for the salary, I believe he will not give me less than before. MC looks at her and says, XIO, you're really stupid. There's no need to be so distant between us, right? Then she rises her towards MC's face affectionately. She closes the gap between her and MC and says while crying, Jiang Cheng, I feel the joy of liking someone. I feel like a living person. Really, with you, I am already very satisfied. Before I met you, my life was meaningless. I wake up every day and am forced to get married. It is you who makes Methan MC's phone rings with a message. It was from Miss Sue saying, well, although it may be presumptuous, I still want to confirm with young Master Jiang what time and where should we meet tomorrow. MC give a smug smile and thinks looks like someone's